Hi, my name is Henry Jolicoeur. I'm a French-Canadian hypnotherapist that has worked with thousands of clients. And today I would like to speak to the opportunity that ayahuasca is now legal in Canada. And for people that wants to experiment with ayahuasca, there is now many churches of Santo Daime in the province of Quebec, in Ontario, and in Western Canada that open their doors to visitors that want to experience what ayahuasca can do for you. Many studies and personalities like Dr. Gabor Mate have stated that ayahuasca can be very useful for people who are suffering from deep depression or PTSD. Dr. Gabor has taken many of his patients in ayahuasca retreat with great success in their healing process. And now, thanks to the Canadian government, you can experience ayahuasca in the Santo Daime religion in nearly a dozen places around Canada. It's a great blessing. Some of my friends and friends recently were arrested violently by the police in France because they were taking part in ayahuasca ceremonies. They were charged, sent to jail, and their case is now in various courts in France. So I think it's a great opportunity for those that want to experience what ayahuasca is all about, to have access to the Santo Daime Church. But first I would like to talk about the case of Nelson Deschênes, who died by suicide in a retreat of ayahuasca in Peru in 2019. I have made several videos to explain his case, and you can find those videos under my present video. In a nutshell, the story of Nelson Deschênes is that of a very nice young man, someone that really enjoyed life, enjoyed sport, international travel. He was loved by his family and friends. He was a gentle soul who was learning to be a massage therapist, and suddenly, at age 33, he committed suicide by stabbing himself over and over and over. What did happen to the mind of Nelson Deschênes? So I would like to explain what I think did happen to him by telling you a story, because that story illustrates for me what is the greatest danger in taking ayahuasca and other psychedelics that open the mind to the subtle world or the astral world. One of the leader of the Santo Daime religion, a branch of it anyway, was Padrino Sebastian de Malo, that you see here. And one day, a man that was known to be possessed by an evil spirit, this man had created all kinds of problems for people around him, came to visit Sebastian and died right in front of him. And the evil spirit in that man immediately jumped into the body of Padrino Sebastian. But because Sebastian was a master metaphysician, he knew how to deal with that evil spirit in his body and eventually release that spirit from his body. But unfortunately, hundreds, possibly thousands of people who have taken ayahuasca with phony shaman and scammers like the one at the so-called Rainforest Healing Center that is still in operation get possessed by these evil spirits. They don't know how to deal with it, and that evil spirit ultimately can take over your body and kill you. And that is what I think happened to Nelson Deshane. A few months ago, I was on a meditation retreat in the Himalayas in Rishikesh, and I met several psychologists from Peru, Ecuador, Argentina, and because I speak Spanish fluently, they told me that they have learned of many suicide in Peru, Ecuador, Argentina, of people who had taken ayahuasca with the wrong guides. And they told me that right now there is 100, possibly a few thousands people that are in complete state of psychosis, and they are roaming the jungle of Peru. So ayahuasca can be a great medicine for you, or it can be a death sentence if you take it with the wrong people, the phony shaman that will charge you thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they have no knowledge of the metaphysics associated with taking ayahuasca. So we are very fortunate now in Canada that the Canadian government has given its blessing, its permission for the Santo Daime churches to use and import ayahuasca from Brazil. It is my experience after taking part in many ayahuasca ceremonies in Canada that the Santo Daime people in their churches will take good care of your body and mind. Santo Daime means God give me. They take ayahuasca under the protection of Jesus Christ. And in order to function like a church, they have to report to the Canadian government what their activities is all about. They will ask very important questions on your present state of mind and any medication that you might be taking, as antidepressant and ayahuasca do not mix together, as an example. The Santo Daime churches do not politicize. I am making this video, and this is my personal opinion. I do not represent the Santo Daime Church or any other organization. I am just very concerned that more Canadian and American, as the Santo Daime churches, as many churches in the United States, and a very large one in Amsterdam, Holland. Just a few weeks ago, I was meeting some students from the Rimouski University, and they were telling me that they had seen some slick websites about ayahuasca on the internet, and they were preparing to go to Peru to experience ayahuasca. And they did not know that ayahuasca was now legal in Canada and that you could experience this medicine for a small donation and taking part in a ceremony of Santo Daime. Here I will not give address and phone number of the churches. If you make a Google search, you will find some of those churches in the province of Quebec, Ontario, and in Western Canada. Now, if you want to go deeper and become a member of the Santo Daime Church, I would recommend that you make a good research on what their theology is all about. So I do not encourage people to join the church per se, but I do encourage people to become a visitor of the Santo Daime Church if you want to experience what ayahuasca is all about in the safety of this great country that is Canada. Thank you very much.